Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Hillbilly Hobby. So we're back in the Jeep again with the radio. It was been working pretty good, and I got the control. If you remember last episode on this particular issue, I got the volume control to work on the steering wheel. However, you'll notice the buttons on the radio do not work, and what we've discovered is that the top was not really sealed tightly, I guess you would say, and some water did drip down onto the face of the radio. So I believe that is causing the issue. So I watched a couple videos on YouTube with some other folks, and they went into the settings up here, and that particular model radio, this is a DMH 1500, I believe it is, Pioneer. It was similar, but it was not the exact same model, and they had a particular setting that was called Maestro, like Maestro reset, settings reset or something like that, for like resetting essentially all the buttons and things of that nature. So I do not have that setting option. So what I'm going to do is I got some other troubleshooting ideas that I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is basically pull this radio out of the dash again, and what I'm going to do is essentially pull the fuse. It's a 10 amp fuse in the back of the radio, let it sit, kind of like to kind of reset overall maybe, and then I'm going to put a new fuse in the back, and I'm going to see if that resolves the issue. So I'm not going to bore you, waste your time with me sitting here and doing all the steps to get the radio out. I think I've done it before for you, but I can pretty much do it now in about 7 minutes or less. So I won't bore you with that. I'll just come back once I've gotten the radio essentially out, and we'll go from there. All right, see y'all in a minute. Okay, everybody, so I have the head unit out. You can see in here, down there is a fuse. It's a 10 amp fuse, so I'm gonna get that out. And then also, and I think in the last episode I did a video on how to reset this, and look, the box is not blinking, the box is going out. So I may need to actually and it's a warranty, lifetime warranty, from Best Buy, and I think I stated that in the last video. So instead of, I don't believe it's the head unit per se that is actually bad. I think it's this blue box that kind of controls. It's like the brains, kind of like the master control unit. It's what allows the factory settings for like your steering wheel, your steering wheel controls and things of that nature to still operate, as well as also obviously a power source and things, which is very strange because, which as you just saw a second ago, the radio was playing and the steering wheel controls were actually working for volume, but the actual buttons on the stereo itself, the head unit, were not working. So I'm going to get into this, do some troubleshooting. Once I determine or actually get it working again, I will cover what it exactly was, but so I don't waste your time with a whole bunch of just sitting here watching me deal with this and do all the troubleshooting. As you can see, it could take some time because there's a lot of wire, because it could be a particular wire that specifically has to do with that button for the volume, things of that nature. So I'm just gonna have to sit here and troubleshoot and come back on when I've discovered what the actual fix is. All right, y'all. See you in a minute. Hey everybody. So I'm just wanted to show you. I'm pulling. I pulled the fuses. I pulled the fuse out of the back of the blue power unit, and I also pulled the fuse out of the back of the radio. I am testing them. They apparently, they appear to be, sorry, they appear to be good. I don't know if you got a fuse tester, they're very handy. You can't see the sunshine coming in. Let me get it in the shade. See, those are very handy. Just to test your fuses. So I did also tested the 10. You can see the 10 out of the back of the radio is good as well. So anyway, I will continue to troubleshoot, and hopefully we'll figure this out. Well, we're gonna call it a win for right now. I believe it is just because these buttons I've done there, I've replaced the fuses in the back. Everything else is working. I believe it's just from the moisture. So we're gonna let it dry. Right now the volume controls are fine on the steering wheel. At least you do have volume control, and it's not like racing. Like the other day, it would just randomly go all the way up volume, and then you couldn't do anything. Like you couldn't lower it either way. You couldn't either lower it on the head unit itself, or you could not lower it with the steering wheel control. So at least we're getting there. So pretty much the only issue now is that the actual volume buttons on the head unit are not working. And again, I believe it did get moisture on the front of the screen from the roof. It wasn't sealed 100%. And we got some rain overnight the other night, and there you could actually see like some water streaks on the face of the radio. So I mean, at least the radio itself is still operable. So we're gonna call it a win. We got another project here. We got a seat cover, but it does not have elastic for the sides. So like when you get in or get out, it actually slides. So it's kind of, I'm going to make some makeshift elastic. I got some elastic here and some fasteners. So we're just gonna make our own, like, homemade seat cover holder, I guess you could call it, or seat cover securer deal. So we're gonna have fun with that. And I don't know how familiar you guys are with, like, if you try to sew or stitch like elastic, you kind of take the chance of degrading it. So I mean, I know that's probably going to be the best way would be to sew it, but I got some of this, we're going to try this stuff. It's fabric fusion, and it's supposed to be like a fabric glue. So I'm going to try that at first, to adhere these clips on there, and then to adhere the elastic onto the seat cover itself. We're just going to see if it works. So we'll get started on that and catch you up. So I'll do a separate vid on that one to not make this one so long. But as for the radio, we're gonna call it a success. So I'll go ahead and put the dash and everything back together, and there it is. So happy Saturday, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well, and thanks for watching my video on Hillbilly Hobby. Later, y'all.